Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Congregation Beth Ahaba's weekly Torah videos. This week's portion is called Parashat Eikev, and I'll tell you why it's one of my favorite portions. This is a continuation of Moses' running commentary to the Israelites, bouncing back and forth between giving them advice and rules, and then also remembering what they'd been through as a people in the story of the Exodus. The very end of this portion is a well-known passage included in Jewish liturgy as the second paragraph after the Shema. And it's also inscribed along with the Shema and the first paragraph, the V'ahavta, inscribed in the scroll inside a mezuzah that we affix to our doorposts. The main message or theme of this passage is along the same lines of a message that we see throughout much of Deuteronomy, which is the commandments and God's rules that are laid out, we should observe and follow. And if we do, everything will go well for us. But if we don't, then bad things will happen. We will experience misfortune because God will be angry with us. So this is a philosophy we see in Deuteronomy. And as modern people who understand that sometimes things can happen that are not necessarily directly our fault, what can we do with this philosophy? Rather than read it in the strictly literal sense that all our misfortunes are really our fault because God is angry with us, maybe we can instead take this as a reminder to take stock of our lives and our actions to determine when our problems are actually avoidable and when, by changing our actions, we would be able to improve our lives. Also, we should learn how to recognize when a misfortune in our life is truly beyond our control. When is it really true to say, we did all that we could? What is our real capacity? And what is asking too much of us? By spending time exploring this and getting to know ourselves, we can save ourselves a lot of grief and guilt down the road. When life asks too much of us, if we have already figured out where we have to set the boundary and draw the line, we won't have to struggle to figure it out in the midst of a crisis. So that is my takeaway from this week's Torah portion. Shabbat Shalom.